First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So this special data interpretation video are specially made for the students, those who are going for a CAT level exam, as well as students those who are going for a bank mains exam. So in those exams you can able to see a very difficult data interpretation. So in order to crack that, I will be posting these kinds of difficult data interpretation videos. So do not forget to watch all my videos, but remember one important thing: before watching this video you have to know this: the same data interpretation question what I am going to teach now is available as a test. So first visit my website or my mobile application. There in a quantitative aptitude session you can able to see at the last data interpretation bracket mains. So inside that, the same question what I am going to teach in this set available as a test. First write the test and check what is your score, whether you are getting 5 out of 5 or you can't able to understand the DA itself. So first write the test. After writing the test, come and watch this video for solution. Without writing a test, if you watch this video completely, 100% the video will be useless, no use. So first write the test and analyze what is the mistake that you have done, where you have done the mistake, and then watch this video, right? Definitely it will be helpful for the students, those who are going for CAT exams and bank mains exam. So let me move on to all the difficult data interpretation question on these types of videos. So friends, now let me move on to this set number 7, data interpretation for mains level exam. So here is the chart. So I hope you have taken the test. So this type of chart is called as a radar chart. So radar chart is nothing but connecting more than 4 or 5 elements. They use these kinds of charts like pentagon, hexagon shape charts. This image doesn't look like a pentagon, but anyway, I can't able to draw exactly the image. So anyway, here is the image. You can able to see this is the chart what I have given on this set number 7. Then 2 years back in SBI PO, they have asked a triangular chart DA, right? So that DA, I have posted a video on my YouTube channel. I will give you the link here, right? So that was 2 years back, and 5 years back in the CAT exams, they have asked hexagon 6 shape, right? So this kind of DA, this kind of DA, hexagon shape radar graph. So first what you need to do is to solve these kind of radar chart. So you just have to spend 5 minutes initially to see all the values, and you have to convert all the values in the given chart into a table. That will be one of the easy way to solve these kinds of radar DA. Not only radar chart, or else a bubble chart, a triangular chart. So these kinds of chart, after reading a question, if you try to find out the value in the chart, that will be very difficult. It will be very confusing. Just look at the chart. So you can't just like that find the value easily. It takes time, right? In the exams, definitely you have lots of question have to be solved in the exams at that 1 or 2 hours of time. So in the 2 hours of time, you will definitely get irritated if you see these kinds of DA, because finding a value is really hard. So what I am telling us, initially by seeing these kinds of DA, convert all the values the given in the chart into a small tabular column. So after writing all the values in a tabular column, now the chart is not at all required. Only this table is required. So by using the table, you can able to find the answer for all the 5 questions. So instead of seeing the chart every time, right, for the question, better convert all the chart values into a table chart and fix all the values inside the table, and then solve all the 5 questions by looking at the table values. So that will be easy way to solve these kinds of radar chart and triangular chart. So there are many bubble chart. Bubble chart is usually they didn't ask till now in bank exams, but bubble charts you can able to see in the CAT exams, as SAT exams, XAT exams. These kinds of exams, competitive exams, you can able to see the bubble chart. But till date in bank exam, bubble chart were not asked, right? So now first let me understand what is called as this radar chart and how to look into the values what they have given. Just see here, there are 2 kinds of radar chart value. One is In the pentagon, they usually denote only by a dot here, right? So I have taken one example, that English language alone. So first, what is the question? So totally there are English, physics, chemistry and maths. There are 4 subjects. So contains a different sort of question: 6 mark question, 3 mark question, 2 mark question, 1 mark question and 0.5 marks. So the total number of mark will be 100. So for every mark, where 1 by 4, for every wrong answer, 1 by 4 has been deducted, right? So just listen here. Let me take one pentagon, right? One pentagon alone. So yes, okay. So one pentagon here, how many points are there? Vector points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this complete pentagon, they are saying as a total number of questions are 5, total number of questions are 10, 15. So this pentagon represents that there are 15 question, 20 question, 25 question, 30 question, 35 question, 40 question. And here all these dots, right, the vector point denotes that 0.5 marks. So 6 mark, this complete line will be 6 mark, and this complete line will be 3 mark, and this point will be 2 mark, and this point will be 4 mark. So these are the points, they are representing the marks, and this complete pentagon will be the number of questions, right? So just listen here. Let me take one example. We can take English language. So English language, they have denoted, either there are 2 ways to denote in a radar chart. One is only by a dot, or else the second is by these dots will be connected by a small line. This is the graph they have given in the DA, right? So they have connected all the points. This is called as an English language, right? In this English language, just see here, the dot is here. So which line the dot is here? 1, 2, third line. So 1, 2, 3. So 30 questions, right? Because the dot is in the third line, 30 question, and it is in the diagonal of 0.5 marks. So the meaning here is 30 questions were asked from 0.5 mark. So friends, understood or not, right? So we can draw a small table here. So 6 mark question, what are 3 marks, 2, 1, 0.5, right? So these are the different kinds of question with the different marks. So now let me take English. So English here. So now what we found is the first value. So the third line. So 40 question, 35 question, 30 question. So in the 30 question line, we have a dot which is diagonal to 0.5. The meaning here is 30 question were asked from 0.5 marks. So 30 question from 0.5 on English language, right? So second will be, where is the second? Here is the second point, right? So 5 question, 10 question, 15 question, 20 question. So in this 20 question chart, they have given a dot here, which is diagonal to 1 mark. So that means 20 question were asked from 1 mark. So 20 question were asked from the 1 mark. And second, here is the next dot, which is diagonal to 2 mark question. So second pentagon. So we can say that, so 2 mark question, how many questions they have asked? 10 question. So 10 question from a 2 mark, right? And again, so this pentagon denotes 5 question. So 5 question were asked in 3 marks. So again, 5 question were asked in 6 mark, right? So 5 and a 5. That's it. So similarly, try to write all the chart values inside a table. Right? Convert into a table. If you convert into a table, then this chart is completely not required. So every time after reading a question, you don't want to look at this radar chart. So better, once you convert it, this chart is not required completely, you can eliminate it, right? So apply this technique for radar type of chart, triangular based chart, and pentagon, hexagon, these type of charts, and even in some bubble graph. I will tell you where to convert it. So convert all the values into table. It takes definitely 5 minutes, sure, right? Even it takes 5 to 10 minutes. But once you convert it into a table, the complete chart, and finding all the 5 questions will be very easy. You won't make any mistakes, right? So this is the way we need to look into the values what they have given in the radar chart based on a pentagon. So similarly, if it is an hexagon, there will be 6 values. So every corner you can able to see one value will be denoted, right? So similarly, what we can do here is we can convert this complete chart value inside a table, right? So we can fix it. So first let me rub this. So I will be rubbing it, and okay. Okay. So now what we can do here is better we can write here itself, right? English, what all the different subjects are there? English, physics, chemistry and the maths. Okay. So similarly we can fix by seeing all the values in the chart, we can fix the table, right? So first second we can take it physics. So physics will be 6 mark question. So where is the dot? Second line is the dot, which is 10 question. So 10 question were asked from a 6 mark. So 6 mark 10 question. What about 3 marks here? 5 question, right? So 5 question from 3 marks. And 2 mark question, it is in the second line. 10 question were asked from 2 marks. So again 1 mark question, it's in the first line itself, first pentagon itself. 5 question were asked from 1 mark. And 5, 10, 15, 20, fourth point. So 20 question were asked from 0.5. If you have a doubt, right? If you have a doubt, just multiply and see, you will get 100. For example, 5 question from 6 mark, right? So 6 into 5 will be 30. So 5 into 3 will be 15. 30 plus 15 will be 45. So 10 2 mark question, 20 marks totally. 45 plus 20, 55, 65. So 21 mark question, 65, 75, 85. 30 0.5 question, 0.5 marks. So 15 marks. So when you add all the values, resultant should be 100 because the total mark will be 100. Maximum mark will be 100. If you have doubt, I don't know whether I have marked the value correctly or not. If you need to cross check, you can check it because initially they have given a point that the maximum marks will be 100 for all. So if you add all the total number of question mark, resultant should be 100. So next will be chemistry. So chemistry, first 6 mark question 5. So 0.5 will be 20 and all the remaining 3 points are in a single line, the second pentagon line. So we can say that 10, 10, 10. Only writing the first value seems to be difficult. All the remaining values will be easy, right? So next will be mathematics. So mathematics, 2 points are in the fifth line, that is first pentagon itself. So 5 question, 5 question. And last point 40. So 40 question were asked from 0.5. So 10 here. 1 mark question. There are 15 questions. That's it. So friends, finally we converted all the chart values into a table. So now chart is not required, right? Completely not required. If you want, you can take time to cross check all the values and check whether we are getting 100 here. So once we are getting 100, then definitely you have fixed the right value for each subject. So now we can start solving the questions, right? So that's it, friends. So solving a question, I think it is easy. Anyway, I will solve all the 5 questions here. I think in the test series, I don't know whether I have asked 4 question or 5 question, but if you got 5 out of 5, superb, right? No doubt you will definitely keep on practicing, you will surely crack the exams. But if you can't able to even attend 1 or 2, no issues. At least understand what are the different types of charts are there and how to find the values by using a chart, right? So, and after watching this video, do not forget to watch the triangular DA. 3 or 4 years back I have posted, but anyway, don't forget to watch the triangular DA also. So now let me move on to all the 5 questions based upon this chart. So here is the first question. So in the exam of English, Ramesh has attempted all 70 questions. So 20% of his attempt is wrong. So only 2 questions of 6 mark and the 0.5 mark question were wrong. The final out of total percentage of the marks scored by him. So friends, our target is to find the total mark that was scored by him, that is by the person Ramesh, in the English section. This is the point they have given. So he attempted 70 questions. Out of 70 questions, 20% of the question were wrong. So what we can do is initially 70 question. So out of this 20% were wrong. So what is 20% out of 70? 14 question, right? So if you find what is 20% of 70, 20% will be 14 question. So 14 question were wrong. What about the remaining number of question? Will be 56, right? So 56 questions were correct and 14 question were wrong. So now what they are saying is only 2 question of 6 mark and the rest 0.5 question went wrong. See, out of 14 question, right? So 2 6 mark questions were wrong. This was the point they have given. And the remaining, so out of 14, if 2 were wrong, so remaining will be 12 question. So 12 question from 0.5 marks will be wrong, right? So the meaning what they are saying is 6 mark question, 0.5 mark question, he is making a mistake. So remaining 3 mark, 2 mark, 1 mark will all are correct. So what we can do is 20. Usually in English section, 1 mark question were 20. So he is scoring 20 marks here in 1 mark. 2 mark question 10 into 2 will be 20 here. So 3 mark question 5 are correct, which is 15. Right. So these are the total marks he scored, right, actually in the correct area, because he is not making mistake on 3 mark, 2 mark and 1 mark. He is making mistake only on the 6 mark and 0.5 mark question. So in the 6 mark, how many questions are there? 5 question. So here out of 5 question, right, so 2 question were wrong. So the meaning here is, just listen here, in the 6 mark question, right, 2 questions were wrong. So out of 5. So we can clearly say one thing, that 3 questions will be correct, because only 2 questions were wrong. So 3 question will be correct. For the 3 question, each question will be 6 mark. So total will be 18. So now we know that for each wrong answer 1/4 has been deducted. So how many questions were wrong? 2 questions were wrong. So 2 questions were wrong. So 1/4 we have to deduct from this. So each question carries 6 mark, right? So 6 mark, 1/4 has been deducted. So 2 questions were wrong. So 2 times, so this will be 3, 18, 3 will be, so 15. So in the 6 mark question, he scored 15 marks. So 15 here, understood? So now 0.5. So we know that how many 0 point questions are there? 30 question, right? So 30 questions 0.5, and here we know that 12 questions were actually wrong on 0.5. So remaining how many questions are there? So remaining will be 18 question. So 18 question he will be 18, right? So 18 question he will be getting 0.5 mark. So 18 into 0.5, 8 5 is 44. So 9. So 9 mark he will be getting is 9. Yes, 9 marks he will be getting, 0.5 is up. So 9 marks he will be getting in 0.5 mark. And now how many questions were wrong? 12 questions were wrong. So if 12 questions were wrong, so 12 into 0. Similarly what we did. So 12 into 0.5 into 1/4, right? So 12 into 0.5 into 1/4. So this will be 5/10. So 5/10 will be 1/2. So when you cancel it, this will be 2 6 times, 6 2s are 12. So this will be 2 3/2. So 3/2 will be 1.5. So when you subtract 1.5 here, this will be 7.5. So friends, understood or not? So the total mark that he scored on 0.5 mark will be 7.5. So this will be the total marks that he will be getting in all the questions. So friends, understood how I calculated? So when just listen here, sorry if I calculated anything fastly. So here in the question, what they are saying is, out of 70 question what he attended, so 20% were wrong. So out of 70, initially I found what is 20%. So 20% is 14. So remaining number of question will be 56. So in this 14 question, they have mentioned that what are all the question marks, right, he made wrong. So 6 mark question, 2 question were wrong, and the remaining will be 0.5 mark question, he made a mistake. So from this point, we came to know that this 3 mark question, 2 mark question, 1 mark question, he is not at all making mistake. He is getting full marks here. So how many 1 mark question? 20 question is correct. So 20 marks. So 10 into 2, 20. 5 into 3, 15. All these question marks are correct. So now we have to calculate for the 6 mark question. So out of how many questions, 6 mark questions are there? 5 question. So out of 5 question, 2 question were wrong. Then 3 question will be correct. So first I have found 6 into 3 question, 6 mark, 18 marks he have scored, and in the point initial stage of the question itself they have given for every wrong answer 1/4 has been deducted. So 2 question he made a mistake. So for 2 question we have to deduct from this 18 marks, right, because 1/4 has been deducted from every wrong answer. So 2 question he made a mistake, and 2 question the total mark each question will be 6, and 1/4 has been deducted. So after deducting, the total marks that he scored on 6 mark question will be 15. So similarly, we have to find for 0.5 mark. So 0.5 mark, how many questions are there? 30 questions. In that 30 question, how many question he made a mistake? 12 question. So remaining 18 will be correct. So 18 question, 0.5 marks will be 9 mark. So now we have to subtract from the 9 mark what he scored, the negative marks. So how many questions he made wrong answer? 12 question. So 12 question he made a wrong answer, and each question is 0.5 marks. So because of the wrong answer, 1 by 4 has to be deducted. So 1 by 4. So after cancelling at the value, we get 1.5. So 1.5 has to be deducted from the answer what he mark that he got on the 0.5. So 9 marks minus 1.5 will be 7.5. So after getting this, we know that this will be the mark that he scored on 0.5. This will be the mark he scored on 6 mark, and 2, 1, 3. So finally we have to add 20, 40. This will be 70. 70 plus 7.5 will be 77.5. So this will be the total score what he got in the exam. 77.5 is the score of the person Ramesh. And they have asked the what is the total percentage. We know that out of 100 mark. So if you are getting out of 100 60, then what is your percentage? 60%. So out of 100 he is getting 77.5, then what is the percentage? 77.5% will be the answer, right? So that will be the answer for the first question. So here is the third question. So I think the second question answer was cannot be determined, data insufficient. I have given the option like that. Why? Because in that question where how much attempted, right? Attempted number of question was not given. So I have cross checked the question actually, but I can't able to figure it out. So the answer is cannot be determined for the second question because no data were properly given in the question, right? So here is the third question. So total 6 and 3 mark question from all the subject is what percentage more or less? So just here the question says only if it is what percentage, the formula will be x by y into 100. So here the question is what percentage more or less. So if it is more or less, the formula will be x minus y divided by y into 100. So this will be the formula, right? So here our target is to find the total number of question of 6 mark and 3 mark is what percentage more or less than the total number of questions of 1 and 2 mark, right? First we can find for 6 mark and 3 mark. So 6 mark and 3 mark, the total number of questions. So 5 plus 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45, 50. So total number of questions where 50 that is on 6 mark and 3 mark, right? So 50 will be the total number of questions. So difference of, so next y will be 1 and 2 because we have to compare with 1 and 2 mark. So the comparison should always comes in the denominator, right? So 1 mark and 2 mark, 20, 30, 40, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90. So 90 question, so divided by 90 into 100. So just the difference will be, so they have just in the question itself more or less, but actual answer we are getting less because here 50 minus 90 will be minus 40. But they are not talking about whether it is less or more to find, just we need to find only the percentage. So 90 difference 40 by 90 into 100. So this will be 400 divided by 9%. So this will be the answer for question number 3. So fourth question, in a paper of English, minimum pass mark is 30 and the person has attempted only 30 question out of which 10 question of 1 mark, 16 question of 0.5 mark and the rest 6 and 3 marks will be in the ratio 3:1. If all the questions are attempted is correct, then how many more or less than the minimum marks scored by the person? So just see here friends, the English minimum mark is 30, right? So out of 30 where the person has scored some amount of marks, so we need to find the difference. It's a simple question because he attempted 30 question and all the 30 questions were correct. So out of 30 question, 10 question from 1 mark. So 1 mark 10 question, then the total mark he will be getting will be 10, right? 10 marks he will be getting, and 16 question from 0.5. So 16 question from 0.5, which is half of the number, will be 8. And the third will be rest of the marks will be 6 and 3 marks or in the ratio 3:1. The meaning here is 6 marks on the ratio, rest of 6 and 3 marks in the ratio. Okay, so 3 question from 6 mark and 1 question from 3 mark, right? So 6 into 3 will be 18, 3 into 1 will be 3. I think let me add all the values. So 18, right? So this will be 18, 28, 36, 39. So 39 will be the total score the person have got on the subject English. So now our target is to final answer to compare with the minimum mark. So minimum mark is how much? 30 to pass. So what is the difference here? So 9 mark is the difference. So answer for this question will be 9 more, right? When compared to the minimum mark, he scored 9 marks more. That's it. Very simple question. So just they are confusing by giving one value in terms of ratio, nothing, right? Because he attempted the total number of question, which is 30 question, right? So 16 question, 10 question, which is 26, 3:1 ratio. So 26 plus 3 plus 1 will be 4. So 30 question. So one time cross check it, because our target is to find what is the total mark that he scored by him, but anyway he attempted question was also given, which is 30 question. So just after finding the answer, one time you can cross check whether we have calculated correctly or not. So last fifth question. So in order to pass in mathematics, so how many minimum number of questions that the person has to attend in max session if the minimum percentage pass mark is 33. So we'll just see the minimum pass mark in the mathematics subject is 33 marks. So our target is to find what is the minimum number of questions that he has to attend. So only few questions you have to attend, but the score should be 33%. So how many questions, the minimum number of questions that you need to attend. So mathematics, right? So first 6 mark question, how many questions are there? 5 questions. So initially if we attend 5 questions, he will be getting 30 marks, right? So and then total number of minimum mark is how much? 33. Only 3 marks are required. So in 3 mark question, how many questions are there? 5 questions. He can attend only 1 question. So 3. So totally he will be getting 33. So the minimum number of questions that he can attend to pass in this mathematics exam is only 6. Yes or no, right? If he attend only 6 questions, then the minimum pass mark is 33. So if he attend minimum of 6 questions, he can get easily clear the exam, 33%. So answer for this question is 6. If we need to attend the maximum number of questions, then you have to calculate from this point. Only then you will find the maximum number of questions, right? So friends, that's it about this set number 7 data interpretation. So I feel for many students it is difficult to find, but anyway, at least you have learned new things from this video, right? That is most important. So another thing is, do not forget to watch the triangular data interpretation what I have taught on my YouTube channel, right? I have given the link. I try to give the link on the description page, or else I can give you the card here. Do not forget to watch the triangular DA. That is important because it was asked in SBA PO exam 3 or 4 years back, I think so, right? And upcoming data interpretation, I will try to teach you the bubble chart and hexagon shape radar charts, because those kinds of charts are most important for the tough level competitive exams, right? So always remember one thing: if they have asked a radar chart, or else a triangular chart, or else a bubble chart, if you see these 3 kinds of any one chart in the exams, definitely first take 5 minutes to convert all the chart values inside a table, right? Just convert the value into a table, and after filling all the values inside the table, then finding all the 5 questions is easy. Yes or no, right? I've found the answer for all the 5 questions easily, but only initially I have taken 5 to 10 minutes of time to write the values by seeing the chart. That alone takes you time, but once you write the value in the chart, table chart, then finding an answer will be very simple. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those who are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much. Bye.